The receptionist looked confused when I walked in, not because I wasn't expected, but because I wasn't supposed to exist here. I scanned the lobby. Same sterile artwork, same polished floors, same old hierarchy dressed in pressed shirts and empty smiles. But this time, I didn't come with a resume. I came with keys. 5 months ago, I sat outside this building rehearsing answers for a job I already knew too well. A chance. That's all I needed. But someone made sure I never got it. And now, I stood in the elevator watching the numbers rise. She didn't know yet. Didn't know I now owned the very company she weaponized against me. Didn't know what was coming. But she would. Soon. I found out through her sister. A drunken birthday dinner. Words she never meant to say out loud. She told the CEO you were unstable. Said you couldn't handle pressure after your father died, that you'd embarrass her if they hired you. I didn't react, not visibly, but something in my chest caved in. Not from the betrayal, from the precision of it. That wasn't just rejection, that was sabotage. Calculated, personal, efficient. She smiled at me that night, kissed my cheek, told me to keep trying, it'll happen soon. I watched her like I was seeing her for the first time. The woman I married didn't lie to me. She built a version of me that didn't deserve to be believed. I said nothing, just started walking. Days bled into research, tracing ownership, identifying the weak links. The CEO she whispered poison to? Bankrupt now, gambling scandal. My private offer came at just the right time. The board? Half asleep, half greedy. They barely glanced at the Shell Corporation paperwork. I acquired the company from underneath them. Used the payout from my late father's estate, the one she tried to convince me to invest into her art gallery last year. I started showing up, quietly. Meetings, memos, decisions. She never noticed. Too busy building her social media profile as Chief Strategy Officer's wife. It was fitting. She made me invisible, so I became a ghost in her walls. Until today. I waited until she was halfway through her morning meeting, pitching new sustainability initiatives to a room of men who stopped listening when she entered. I walked in. No announcement, no knock, just presence. She turned slowly, eyes narrowed, smile plastered. "Can I help?" "Hello, Melanie," I said, calm, precise, surgical. She blinked. "What are you doing here?" The others looked around, uncertain. I held up the signed merger contract and dropped it on the table. I'm the new owner. Effective immediately. Her voice cracked. "You're joking!" I stared at her, long enough for silence to crawl up her throat and choke her next word. She looked down at the paperwork, saw the name of the parent company, the initials, my initials. Realization hit her like a closing elevator door. Fast, steel, unforgiving. The boardroom cleared. She stayed seated. "I didn't mean to." I raised a hand. She stopped. "You said this company doesn't hire failures." "Your image." I nodded. Slow. I know. She looked at me like I'd morphed into something unrecognizable. But I hadn't changed. She just never saw me clearly. I should have. You did. I walked to the head of the table, sat. You just used someone else's mouth to say it. Her voice softened. "So what now?" I looked at her. "Now?" I pulled out a letter. "Your position has been eliminated. Effective immediately." She stared, silent, pale. I slid the termination paperwork across the table. No scandal, no security escort, no headlines. A pause. Just quiet. Like the way you erased me. She left the room with a hollow kind of grace. The kind people wear when everything they built just turned to dust. I didn't watch her walk out. Didn't need to. Some ghosts bury themselves. Some just forget who they're haunting. I sat alone in the chair she once said I'd never earn, and smiled. not out of satisfaction, but finality. She burned the bridge. I bought the river. Let her swim.